Hi there, it's April Lee. Happy New Year. I just wanted to do a quick video. I have not made a YouTube video in a little bit. Christmas time is very hectic around my house, lots of things to kind of like partake in and do, and it's just busy. And so I want to make sure I got some content out here. I am having a rough day. My day started out pretty good, and I did an amazing video, a really great interview with someone I'm excited to share with you guys soon. I will be posting it as soon as I can get it put together. But it did trigger a migraine. Sometimes I can get away with talking and doing these interviews, and I'm fine. And the majority of the time, every time I do an interview, because of the muscles on my neck and because of the talking that I'm doing and my neck issues, and then having even just having like a light around my eyes, that's why I'm kind of in the darker setting right now, it triggers a migraine, and it just kind of tightens everything up. So that's kind of where I'm at. That's the reality of this issue with my neck and fibro and stenosis, all those things that affect your neck. So I did want to share that I'm bringing more videos out. I just did an interview with someone. It's very interesting, the things she has to share and talk about. And I feel like you'll get a lot out of her channel if you decide to follow her on Instagram and on YouTube. And I just want to make sure, I made some sort of content to share with you and just kind of give you an update on things. The last video that I made, I think I was talking more about the mast cell activation syndrome, the MCAS, and what, the treatment is like and everything. I do believe that it definitely is making my conditions worse. It's really hard for me to tell. I do think that I've had aspects of this like most of my life, off and on, like really weird sensitivities as a kid, like sensitive to smell and smoke and things. Like I just felt either sick, nauseous, or like a headache, or would throw up if I smelled like a really strong perfume or something like that. But none of the other mast cell activation syndrome symptoms until more like the past, like I guess like the past 2 years or so. And so I've just been kind of evaluating things because I've been praying for the source of what is making all my issues worse. And I do believe that it's part of it, based on treating it and when it's triggered, what happens to the rest of my issues and illnesses and stuff. And I just wanted to share that because I just think it's valuable information if you're dealing with mast cell activation or fibromyalgia, or you have like a lot of conditions like I do. Pretty much every system in my body has a problem, muscular and neurological and just physical things. And it's a lot. It's a lot on the body. And I don't know. I know that I hosted Christmas at my home. I had a lot of help from my husband and stuff, but it was a long day, and I hosted 12 of my family members. Basically, they just all came here and hung out, and I did a little bit of cooking and stuff, but I made it real simple. It was like tacos for Christmas. And we had a really good time, but it was a lot of noise and commotion and action and stimulation and all of that. And Christmas morning, I woke up and everything seemed okay, but then like by 12 o'clock, like I could barely move. In the morning I woke up like really sore and stiff and everything, like I overdid it or whatever, but I started getting shortness of breath really bad, because the chronic fatigue syndrome portion of my illnesses was really strong. I had heart palpitations, and I was just like literally like my body is like, stop it or you're gonna crash like to the ground. And so I had to basically put myself in bed for like 5 hours, and so to recharge and to just kind of like feel a little bit better. And it took me it was about a good 48 hours until I felt like back to where I was before that. And I'm just sharing this because I want to let you know, like, for me personally, like, it was worth having my family here. I love Christmas. Christmas Eve is like my favorite time of year, and it's always my favorite day. Obviously besides Christmas, but I just love it. It like leads up to the Christmas day, and it's just a lot of fun. And I love family. I love being together and all of that. But I even thought it was so weird that the next morning I'm like, well, I heard everywhere, but it's not so bad. And then of course it just worse and worse and worse. So, I don't know, fibromyalgia and this chronic fatigue stuff and mast cell activation, all these conditions are very complicated. I have spent literally hours upon hours on each and every diagnosis that I have. And when I say hours, probably like maybe 1,000 hours on each thing I have, trying to get around it, cure it, make it better, live through it, overcome it, whatever, and it's still hard. It is. I do feel like I have more control by utilizing everything I've learned, so I do not regret spending all that time. I do not have control over my issues and problems because you can't control your illnesses. You just can't do that. You can try to do the very best you can to prevent them from, I guess, like controlling you, in the sense of utilizing tools. And not every illness you can do that. Even when I do all this, I still have problems. Like I did everything I could today to avoid a migraine, and I have one. So sometimes it's like, are you going to just stay in bed and not try? Or are you going to get up and see what you can do? It's crazy. Like during the holidays, which was amazing time for me with resting. So like I went to bed really late because we were up late. But I just slept in until I woke up. I mean, if it was like 10 or 11 o'clock, then that's when I got up. And I just took it slow and did what I could. I didn't have to like drive anywhere. I didn't have to do much. And it was really good on my body. And it's like the first day I get back to anything normal, like back to school, having to get up at 6 a.m. and drive my kids to school and just do some things. I haven't even worked yet. And I can tell like, wow, it's hard. It is hard because it makes you realize how much you really do deal with things. Because during the my break, I slowly did stuff. I wasn't like, oh, I gotta get it all done now. I like had the whole day and I had weeks to go, and we didn't have like any commitments or anything, and kind of like almost living like a life of retirement. It was much better. I still had like waves of neck pain and a migraine here and there, but it was a lot better. And it just makes you realize how much, I guess like when you're going and doing the things that have to get done, how much it really impacts your illness, your symptoms, your body, your physical and mental state and everything. And it's just a lot, and I have to work on Saturday, and I get very anxious about it because my job causes me such severe symptoms and neck pain, usually right as I get, into it a little bit. What does distract me is like, my clients, I take joy in like being with them and stuff, and I do like what I do, but it is definitely making my neck worse and worse and worse. And I react to the stuff around me. So I'm in a salon room, but I'm around chemicals. I use chemicals. I try my best to use like very, I think I'm down to like 3 little things I'll use on someone's hair that doesn't have much of a scent. And I'm around a lot of other things. Like if someone's using something, the smell might come over into my room and I'll be nauseated and super sick. And sometimes I get pre-syncope and issues while I'm working. I just have to like deal with it and push through. And I get in my car and I start driving home, and I'm like having symptoms all the way home, like crazy things, like weird things, like just I don't know what it is. It's like I'm exposed to the lights and the sounds and just all the sensory stuff and the smells and the chemicals and people's perfume. And some people bring like a dog into the salon. It's like, what is going on? But in general, like I have 2 dogs. I'm pretty good with them, but it just, some dog dander, especially cats, like really bother me bad. But anyway, this is what it's like living with the things that I have. I would list them all, but I'm getting tired, so I don't feel like listing like 500 things that I have wrong with me. But most of them are, you know, long-term. There's no cure. There's, you know, you can treat the best you can. But I'm really doing as much as I can possible. And I think I'm starting to realize that as much as I've done to get to this point, I think I'm kind of like at a place where there is really nothing left that I can do but utilize all the stuff I've learned, all the tools from supplements and eating well and medications and just honestly, like I notice that when I'm home in my own environment, I can control the odors and the smells and the chemicals and the scents and the lights and my just the sensory stuff, that I do so much better. I was a very active person. I have never been a homebody. I do like to be home. Like if I'd be working full time and out and about and all that, I would love to have like a day or 2 home watching movies and on the couch, whatever. But after like a day or 2, like I want to get out of my house. And you know, now when you're like this, like, you know, I wanted to go see my cousin sing somewhere, and I plan on doing it. I wanted to do it, and I ended up not being able to go because my sister got sick. She wasn't able to go with me. But the closer I got to it, I wasn't feeling that great. And I'm thinking I'm going to be around lights, and it's probably some smoke and sound and whatever. And it's crazy that these things bother you so much that you avoid them. Now, there's times where I just choose to go do these things, and no matter what I do to prepare or what I do through it, I have to pay for it. If I go like out to dinner and then we're out, you know, for more than a couple hours, even then, like I come home and I'm more tired, it triggers a migraine, usually nausea, dizziness, I get car sick, sometimes I get vertigo if I move my head a wrong way or something. It's just insane how sensitive our bodies are to just the most random basic things in life that were most likely for most of us like not even a problem, like not even a thought at all. So anyway, I am just kind of talking my mind. I'm really tired. That's why I sound like I'm down. I'm not down. I'm just very exhausted suddenly. I used all my energy for an interview that I had a blast doing. I'm so glad I did it. I can't wait to finish editing the thing, but I can't do it right now because I'm not really feeling that great. But I did want to catch up and just let you know kind of what life is like right now. I think I'm slowly realizing that treating the mast cell activation syndrome is not going to fully get rid of fibromyalgia because I still have it. So there is something I am doing. I'm not really going to share a whole lot yet, but it's called zeolite powder. And the technology behind that is so fascinating to me. And it's basically a powder that supposedly when you ingest it, it attracts heavy metals. And when you attract the heavy metals, it also attracts whatever the heavy metals attract. And then it builds a little cage around it. And then it leaves your body. So apparently it's supposed to over 90 days. And the doses that you're supposed to take. And the therapeutic, dosing that is supposed to pull those heavy metals out of your body. We are exposed to them by, injections of all kinds and things that we eat, things that were, soil and like just the environment alone, like it's everywhere. And to, pull some of that out, I think it's going to be a benefit to anyone, but for me especially, with all these things that I have, I think it's worthwhile trying. So very grateful to, I have a follower friend on Instagram, and she sent something to me, and it wasn't this exact thing, it was something different, a capsule form, but I found this powder form that was more affordable for me. And it's like supposed to be, I even got a hold of all people. I called the phone number because I had a couple questions, and I got the owner like of the stuff. And he was just very fascinating. And if this works for me and I have great reviews, I'm actually going to interview him and post the video. So, I don't know. I'm just, I'm looking forward to 2024 because, I mean, every day is a gift from God. Every breath is like, it's a gift. And I'm very grateful for the good health that I do have, and being able to, you know, do at least the things that I can do. And my kids are healthy, thank God. And like my husband is healthy and everything. And I have a really happy life. There's a lot of fun in my home, a lot of laughs, and a lot of, you know, just stupid, silly things, and drama too, and, you know, problems like everybody else. But there's so much good and so much joy, and I'm so grateful. And I have a lot to be thankful for. So that's kind of where I'm at. I have a migraine, so I get kind of weird when I talk, and I look like I'm sick. I'm not sick. I just look sick. It makes my eyes really dark, and I just don't feel good. So anyway, I just wanted to catch up and say hi and Happy New Year. And I hope everybody's doing good. And, you know, these days that suck, the good news about them is they're not all the days usually. So, you know, even when you see my interview, you're like, oh, she looks great. She's so perky and fine. And I was. And honestly, like this hopefully might pass in a couple hours and I feel great. I don't know. I hope so. But anyway, God bless you all. And I hope you're going to have a wonderful year this year. If anything, I pray that you have peace and you feel like joy and love, and you just have happiness. You know, even if you're sick, even if you're suffering, that you can have some peace and some joy and some fulfillment in life. God bless you. Bye.